Hi guys, it's Sue from Ipsum back with our crafty makes this week. So this week's theme is the Romans. I'm going to show you how to make this scratcher art Roman pot. So very simple. You will need some card ideally because you want it to be quite substantial and to be able to stand up. Some oil pastels. Now these are the kind of thing you get bought or you buy and you never quite know what to do with them because they can be a little bit messy. If you don't have oil pastels, wax crayons and some black paint is fine, and it's the same method. So you'll need some scissors and a stick with a pointy end. So if you're doing this with children, something like a knitting needle which isn't too sharp, or a skewer you use for kebabs or something like that is fine. So first of all you need to cut out your shape of your urn. So I'm just using a piece of white paper. Now a little trick to get something that is symmetrical is you fold your paper in half. So again, all these techniques are brilliant, particularly with kids, to get to learn things like maths, etc. So I'm going to take my pencil, I'm just going to sketch out a very simple pot shape. So we're going to go for a base, come in, and then we're going to go out for a nice curved pot. And then we're going to just have a little bit of a spout at the top. Totally up to you, whatever shapes you do those. Then you cut that out all the way around your lines. And here's one I made earlier. So you should get something like this. Good thing about folding it in half as well is you can get something that stands up. So what you do then is you take your oil pastels. Now with mine, to make it look, I suppose, a bit more authentic, I just used an orange colour underneath. Now if you want to use lots of bright colours or different colours, and again if you're working with small children, they can just colour the whole thing in bright colours, absolutely fine. It just depends what you want, but I'm just going to stick to orange. So what you do is you basically cover the whole thing. So you can use the side, oh oops, maybe not as rough as that, but you can use the side of your pastel all the way over. So I'm not going to do the whole thing because it's going to take too long. So I'll just show you like that. So you don't have to be too thorough. You can leave some white areas and stuff like that. The main bit you have to be thorough with is the top coat, which is your black. So once you've done your colour, like I say, you can do multiple colours over. You then take your black and you colour all on top like that. Like I say, it can be a bit messy, so if you make sure you cover your table with some newspaper, because these are oil based, so they can stain a little bit. So you see you get a nice thick coverage like that. So once you've done that all over, you'll have something like this. And then what you can do is you can take your nice skewer and then you can start to scratch into the surface. Now the technique is really nice, it's really therapeutic, and you can start to expose the colour you've put underneath. So if you do use multiple colours like this one, you get to see all of the colours coming through, so that's quite fun. Like I say, if you're doing it with small children, they can reveal the colours. So I've used quite typical Roman patterns, so repeat patterns. So again, that's a nice thing to challenge children about doing the same patterns both sides. If you are using wax crayons, you just do exactly the same techniques, wax crayons underneath, some black paint on top, let it dry, and then scratch it through. And that's our Roman pot with oil pastels. Thanks guys. See you.